Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are on this scintillating planet called Earth, I hope you are having a nice day wherever you are located this day, evening, and night. This is about the iconic show Star Trek The Next Generation. It's it's season 3, number 14. It's called A Matter of Perspective. Season 3, chronologically, number 14, A Matter of Perspective. I'm making my review on this episode because throughout all of Star Trek Next Generation, which I started to look at from beginning up to this point, all of them had their funny moments in it. But in my mind, this is the most funniest episode of all. And the thing I love about it is not trying to be funny. Like the title is called of the episode, uh, a perspective. I'm gonna give you a little synopsis of it because I'm not doing no spoilers. Because Star Trek: The Next Generation was on. It came out about 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So I ain't giving no spoilers. I know everybody can go back and see them. The episode dealing with Commander Riker being on a space station to evaluate a scientist's progress and something he's going to sell to a star fleet. I think it's called beta rays, zeta rays, or whatever. Some type of rays that he hoped to give to Starfleet. Commander Riker on the Enterprise was supposed to come there at a specific date, but they arrived 3 months early. So, being a scientist, the scientist was sort of panicky because they came there early. He thought the Starfleet was there to be critical of him and of his so-called creation for Starfleet. But anyway, in the beginning of the show, Commander Riker, what you call it, beamed back onto the Enterprise, and then all of a sudden the star base where the scientist was, he was the only person on the star base, exploded. The people from his world came to accuse Commander Riker of killing the helpless scientist. So they had a trial. Commander Data made a facsimile of the starbase and the holodeck. Now here's the funny part of it. Since it's a facsimile of the actual scene, every person who was involved gave their view of what led to the scientist's death. So that was the funny part. The wife, from the start, she was a hot wife. She was attracted to Riker. Riker gave his portrayal of what happened, which was the typical Wham Riker. It seemed, cause since we got to know him for about 2 seasons so far, we're more inclined to believe his story. So he gave his take on what happened. Then the wife gave her take on what happened, and then last, the the assistant, who was a woman from the planet that the scientist was from, gave her take. So we had 3 different stories about the interaction with the scientist the, and Commander Riker and his wife. When Commander Riker gave his tale, the scientist slapped his hot wife for being attracted to Riker. Then he tried to hit Riker, and with his Starfleet training, he easily dodged out the way, and the helpless scientist fell on the floor and burst. Like, I can believe that because since Riker is a Starfleet officer, he's a commander, he should have decent hand-to-hand combat skills. And remember, Riker loved the Klingons. Out of all the members on that crew, I think Worf may like Riker more because Riker has some traits that's Klingon like. Okay, so Riker gave his view. The next, the wife gave her point of view. in her point of view, Riker was coming on to her. Riker was coming on to her. So, this time, when her husband came into the room, he tried to hit Riker, and once more, Riker, I'm sorry, in the original version, Riker, yeah, he did dodge out the way of the scientist. When the wife gave her view, he didn't slap her. And Riker's telling the scientist first struck his wife with a backhand slap, or he gave her a pimp slap, and she fell to the floor. The scientist's husband gave his wife in front of Riker a pimp slap, and the pimp slap was with the back of his hand, and she fell to the floor. Then he tried to hit Riker. Riker dodged out the way, and the scientist fell on the floor. From the wife's take, the scientist again struck Riker, and they got into a little bit of tussle. In her view, the husband was more of a warrior. Then the assistant gave her review, and her telling Riker and the wife was in the room kissing each other like this, they could make out any minute. When the wife gave her view, Riker was coming on to her, and she was pleading to leave her alone, that she's a married woman. That was her take. The assistant take was Riker and the wife was kissing. They both loved each other. And if the scientists didn't come in there, they was going to be making some babies in a few minutes. That was the assistant's view. And since the assistant, her tale came from the scientist, who's now deceased. But he told his assistant what happened. So when he told her what happened, he gonna make himself like the hero. When he told the assistant what happened, Riker struck him, and then the scientist, which is hard to believe, Riker threw his punch at the scientist, and the scientist dodged out the way, and then hit Riker in the stomach, then in the face, and the stomach again, and Riker fell out on the floor. I said, oh my God, I can't believe nothing like that. The scientists, how many scientists have extreme martial arts skills? The people who was against Riker, this just says they stop the trial right now. He's a trained Federation officer. There's no way that scientist is gonna punch him in the stomach, punch him in the face, and knock him on the ground. And then when he knocked Riker on the ground, Riker screamed out, "You're a dead man!" I said, oh my God, that don't sound like Commander Riker. He said, "You're a dead man." And then the scientists say, "Your career is done. I'm going to inform Starfleet of what you have done with my wife." Then Riker said, "You're a dead man, and you better not tell Starfleet, because if you do, your Starfleet will not accept your creation." I said, oh my God. So I didn't watch. Now, I'm watching the show right now, so I made a comment on it immediately. When this is over, I'm going to watch the rest of it. But it's Star Trek. This is season 3. You know what's going to happen. The commander, he's going to be let free. They're going to find out something wrong because Data and Wesley Crusher are discovering the incident that destroyed that space station is slowly corroding part of the Enterprise. So, when I keep watching, you know what's going to happen. They're going to put 2 and 2 together to say, hey, that data, radiation, whatever is eating away at parts of the Enterprise is what caused the explosion in that station. And Commander Riker did not fire his phaser when he was beaming back over to the Enterprise. They're going to probably say there was a radiation there. So anyway, that's my little take on Season 3, Episode 14. It had me laughing and laughing because everybody gave a different portrayal of how the commander reacted. If you like my little comment, please give me a thumbs up. If You saw this episode, the perspective. Give me how it affected you. If you would like to subscribe to hear comment on sci-fi events, movies, shows, or whatever, please subscribe. Until the next time, peace.